The rumor mill has churned up more convincing leaks about Apple's next-gen iPhone than ever before. From full-body case leaks to sapphire crystal displays, we've heard a lot. But here at SnazzyLabs, we have a rumor that no one has mentioned yet. Back in January of this year, while I was still in Bolivia, I chatted with a close friend who was contracted by GT Advanced Technologies, the company responsible for the super secret crystal touch panels that have been leaked by Sonny Dixon and my good friend Marques Brownlee. Now, I wasn't to share any of the information because literally nobody had heard about the development. But now that we're closer to the iPhone 6 launch, the display itself is out in the wild, heck, there are working replicas of the iPhone 6, there's something that hasn't made it to light, something that is sure to be on the next generation iPhone. I'm sure we've all been in this scenario. We have wet fingers because of a hot day, perhaps washing the dishes, rain, etc., and we go to touch the iPhone. The display wigs out. The next iPhone touch panel will address this issue, but first it's important to understand how capacitive technology works. On a capacitive display, there is a uniform electrostatic field projected underneath the glass. Now, a finger is conductive and thus interrupts the evenly spread field. A controller on the motherboard calculates the touch location based on the voltage drop by each sensor. Now, fingers aren't the only conductive object. You can use your nose, your ear, and other things. Gross. Water is also conductive. So, to a simple touch panel, droplets of water are often mistaken as finger touches because they too interrupt this static field. Now, an increased sensitivity threshold on a touch panel allows the device to differentiate between a real finger touch and something that is not. Doing so is not new technology. Samsung started doing this with the Galaxy S3 back in 2012, and honestly, many Android and Windows Phone devices have followed suit. Heck, my OnePlus One functions perfectly with water on the display, and that's something that the current iPhone just doesn't offer. Here you can see results of a test in which 3 phones, the iPhone 5S, iPhone 5C, and Galaxy S3 correctly registered wet finger presses. Red bad, green good. The iPhone only registers in part of the keyboard area where nearly the whole Galaxy S3 display performs flawlessly. Increased sensitivity also allows the use of gloves, which is something that the iPhone has yet to offer, and frustrates my little piggies every time I go skiing. Your speculation might be that if Apple has waited so long to implement it into their current phone lineup, why would they decide to do it now? My source, who was right about the crystal display, indicated that when Apple developed the manufacturing contract with GT Advanced Technologies at the end of last year, the necessity was that the new crystal glass work with a far improved and, quote, pinpoint accurate digitizer. Now, I doubt this will be something that Apple advertises when pitching and selling the product. However, my source is 100% positive that when we get our cool new phones later this year, drying off our hands and taking off our gloves will be a thing of the past. I'm Quinn of SnazzyLabs, thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay snazzy.